Good morning children. I am very glad that you all listened the class well and reciprocated it in your test marks. Last class we studied about tropic and nastic movements. I hope that you are all very familiar with the topic. Continue to that. We can see an experiment for hydrotrophism. What is hydrotrophism? The movement of a part of a plant towards water is called what? Hydrotrophism. Hydro means what? Water. Example, root of a plant. Yes. Now you take a glass trough. Containing sand. Place a flat part. Place a flat part which is filled with water. And you have to plug at your bottom. Take 3 or 4 soaked seeds. 3 or 4 soaked seeds and you placed inside that glass trough. It may be pea seeds or it may be bean seeds. Yes. After 3 or 4 days, you can see the growth. What is this? This is radicle. This is plumule. The radicle grows into root system. The plumule grows into shoot system. Radicle grows into root system. The plumule grows into shoot system. Yes. Write that notes children. First point. Write it. Take a glass trough containing sand. Second point. Place the flat part containing water plugged at the bottom inside it. Now drop 3 or 4 seeds. Which seeds? Pea seeds or it may be bean seeds. Inside the trough. After that is 3 or 4 days. You could notice that the radicle has grown towards the flat part containing the water. Listen children, the radicle has grown towards the flower part containing water instead of growing downwards. This experiment clearly explains that the primary root is growing positively hydrotrophic. Listen, again children, you can write the notes. Take a glass trough containing sand. Second point, place the flat part containing water plugged at the bottom inside it. Now drop 2 or 3 seeds, soaked seeds. It may be pea seeds or it may be bean seeds inside the trough. After 3 or 4 days, we could notice that the radicle has grown. The radicle has grown towards the flower part containing water instead of growing downwards. This experiment clearly explains that primary root is positively hydrotrophic. Listen children, this is primary root, this is secondary root, then tertiary roots. See that primary root, secondary root and tertiary root. See that primary root, the primary root has grown towards the water instead of growing downwards. So you can see that primary root is positively hydrotrophic. Thank you children. Listen children, how do plants prepare their own food? Yes, through photosynthesis. What is photo? Photo means light. Synthesis means to build. So, photosynthesis is a building up process. Yes, it is literally means building up with the help of light. First one, during the process, the light energy is converted into electrical and chemical energy. During this process, light energy is converted into electrical and chemical energy. Yes, say that. During this process, the light energy is converted into electrical energy and chemical energy. Which mode of nutrition is seen in green plants? Yes, green plants are autotrophic in nutrition. Green plants are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition. Why? Because they can prepare their own food through the process called which one? Photosynthesis. Example for building a process is called what? Photosynthesis. Listen children. Yes, the roots absorb the water. That absorbed water is conducted to all parts of the plant through xylem. Yes, carbon dioxide is taken from the atmosphere. The green leaf traps the sunlight from the sun. The leaf has chlorophyll. Yes. Now you see the process. The green plants taking water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, then light from the sunlight. Then in the presence of chlorophyll, they prepare their own food. That food we can say that carbohydrate. That carbohydrate now converted into starch and stored in the plant. Yes, overall equation is plants take 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. They produce glucose C6H12O6 and releases oxygen. Listen children, taking 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and releasing 6 molecules of oxygen. This is overall equation. Listen children, in this process photosynthesis, carbon dioxide combined with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll and produces glucose and oxygen. The glucose is converted into starch and stored in the plant body. In this photosynthesis, the pigments, there are two types of pigments involved. First one, primary pigment. Second one, accessory pigment. Primary pigment example, chlorophyll A. Accessory pigment example, chlorophyll B and carotenoid. Listen children, the pigments are two classes, primary pigment and accessory pigment. Example for primary pigment, chlorophyll A. Example for accessory pigment, chlorophyll B and carotenoid. You will study about this pigment in your higher classes. Children, how do the excess of water expel out of the plant? Good. The plants expel the excess of water through stomata. Yes, structure of stomata. This is chloroplast, nucleus, vacuole, the opening is called stomata. The two cells are called God cells. Yes. Listen children, the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is called what? Transpiration. What is transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is called what? Transpiration. The leaves have tiny microscopic pores. Tiny microscopic pores. The leaves have tiny microscopic pores. Microscopic means what? We can't see with the naked eye. With the help of the microscope only we can see that one. So, the leaves have tiny microscopic pores are called what? Stomata. Pores are called what? Stomata. Each stomata is surrounded by the God cells. The stomata is surrounded by the which one? God cells. These God cells helps in regulating the rate of transpiration by opening the stomata as well as closing the stomata. Listen children, what is transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant body is called transpiration. The leaves have tiny microscopic pores are called what? Stomata. Water evaporates through this stomata. How? You can say that water evaporates through that which one? Stomata. Each stomata is surrounded by guard cells. These guard cells help in regulating the rate of transpiration by opening and closing of stomata. Yes, children, the structure of stomata, you have to draw at home and label the parts correctly. Then you have to draw this one again and again. It's very important, and you have to study what we have learned today. Thank you, children.